Is it a good idea to buy iPhone 11 in 2025? As Apple have announced, iOS 26, the upcoming operating system, is also compatible with the iPhone 11 models. We know it is going to be the base models that iOS 26 is going to start its support with. People may be confused whether to choose iPhone 11 as their primary iPhone if you are coming across any used iPhone 11 series models and thinking about buying it as either a primary or a secondary iPhone. Then in this episode, I'm going to highlight few important points that will help you to make the decision. So the very first thing is the design looks exactly like the iPhone 10 with rounded corners and edges, and it overall feels solid in your hand, and it is the last of its kind when it comes to the iPhone 10 like design, because Apple started to go for the boxy design with the iPhone 12 and above models. Of course, iPhone SE 2022 is an exception there, and overall the design feels solid in your hand. When it comes to the usage experience, the iOS, which is the important thing that you need to make a choice with, it supports iOS upcoming operating system, the iOS 26, but currently it is running the iOS 18.5 stable version, and it feels a lot smoother, and it works just perfect without any hiccups and hangs or other issues. Apps are very much compatible. You can use most of the banking applications and everyday apps. It has internally A13 Bionic chipset with 4 GB RAM. The display is also a 6.1-inch diagonally measured LCD display. It is not OLED display. Apple started to put OLED from the iPhone 12 models, and it has the resolution of 828 by 1792 with 326 ppi. It is a decent LCD display with 625 nits maximum brightness. Only with OLED displays we get that variable nits brightness, with HDR content and non-HDR content. But this display is pretty much usable as a phone at this budget range in used market. It is very much usable in outdoor and indoor lighting conditions. You will not see much difference with the LCD display. It's kind of optimized by Apple, perfect for viewing text and images, also videos, and it really serves the purpose very well. There is a big notch at the top, of course, which is almost invisible when you use the phone in vertical mode. Only when you watch videos by turning on the phone to horizontal mode, you will notice that notch interference with the videos. My suggestion is, if you are considering to buy the iPhone 11 or 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max, then it is good to stay with one step earlier iOS versions for better and optimized performance. It is good to skip the latest operating system, for quite some time, mainly for the battery related reasons. The battery backup could be worse with the latest iOS 26 and the operating system updates that is going to follow for the next few days. And this iPhone 11 is not, of course, supported with the Apple Intelligence, and it don't have 5G connectivity. So if you're thinking about getting something latest with the 5G network connectivity, then think about the iPhone 12 and above models. When it comes to the camera performance, it is again a decent performer. The images are not too sharp even with selfies that some people like about, because with iPhone 13 and higher models, the images, the videos and everything gets more sharper. And this iPhone has lightning port for charging and data transfer, which has so much limitations. Only the lightning pen drives can be used with it to transfer any type of files. And when it comes to the battery performance, my friend's iPhone 11 has 72% battery health. Apple suggests we need to change the battery at 80% for better peak performance. But for his usage, it seems to be okay. There is no crash or hangs and restarts. So he's continuing till he faces any problem, and then he's planning to change the battery. It has 3110 milliamps battery, and only if you are experiencing any sudden restart or apps crash, you may consider changing the battery if you're planning to go for any used iPhone models. As a conclusion, if you ask me whether it is worth buying iPhone 11 in 2025 or not, my suggestion is to consider it as a secondary iPhone. It is absolutely good, and if you don't care about the 5G network connectivity and okay with the 4G or LTE network support, then you may consider it even it as your primary iPhone. But the battery is the important part. Get at least 86% average battery health original battery present iPhone 11 or 11 Pro or 11 Pro Max even, because as latest as possible. If you get, it'll be good for using it for another 2 to 3 years, so that you can resell it sometime and then you can go for another used or new iPhone model in future. Compare the price difference between the iPhone 11, 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max and with the iPhone 12 also. If it is affordable to you, you may consider the iPhone 12 model. Otherwise, go with the iPhone 11, understanding these things, like it can be your best secondary iPhone, delivering all the required iOS related features for your every day-to-day usage. Display is perfectly fine, but battery is one important concern. So going with any third party or aftermarket batteries could cause some problems over the period of months usage. If you are using iPhone 11 in 2025, do share your thoughts also how it holds up for your everyday work. People who are looking for suggestions may find it useful. Thanks for your time. For more useful iPhone, iPad and Mac related tips and tricks, don't forget to subscribe. Have a wonderful day.